next one. In this particular video, we'll be talking about the first of the string quartet pieces of this album, and it is also the giant composition of this album with more than 11 minutes long, and it is called Colors of Life.
Hi, I'm going to share my thoughts on the piece Colors of Life. I think it's an interesting piece because there are different type of moods and character in each different section of this piece. It is like the reflection of the joys and sorrows of life. I enjoy playing it with my quartet member because we could express the different emotion while we're playing it.
Colors of Life, I wrote it together with Chirming. From my last video, I talked about the other piano piece called Chirming. So Colors of Life was written around the same time with Chirming, which was when I was in the UK doing my master. And this particular composition is, I would say, out of the 5 in the album, this is the most personal one. Because it really reflects, I would say, like one of the darkest phase in my life, which is around 2012, which is when I was writing the Up and Round. But this was written much later when I was in the UK, not in 2012. So probably like around 2016. This composition, it kind of like tells a story about the journey of the different colors of my life, specifically circulating around the 2012 itself. The reason why it is 2012 is because in that year, I always call it like my darkest year, or like the most depressing year of my life, because in 2012, I remember being so, I don't know, just so depressed about my life. Like I don't love anything about myself, I don't love anything about my life. It's just that constant feeling of having no meaning. And I feel like I'm such a failure, I feel like I'm failing in everything. And it's just one after another, and it's just was such a heavy year for me. And it was such a difficult year for me that I did reach a point where I wonder, is it even worth going on with life anymore? But luckily I pulled through. So this Colors of Life actually reflects kind of like this phase that I went through. It's like such a big phase on how it slowly goes into the dark sound and then coming out from that. So in the beginning of this piece, you will hear that it sounds very innocent, or in a way very pure or naive. I think we can say that. And then from that, it progressed into like a slightly confusing section where when you're being naive, when you're like blissfully ignorant, and then suddenly you go into a phase where like, oh, maybe it's not always rainbow and sunshine, what's going on, and then you start to get confused. And then it goes into a point of anger where you can hear the music suddenly become angry, like angry at everything. And then the aftermath of the anger where you become sad about life. Like, so after you're angry at life, you become sad about it, or at least I did. Like, I was angry at life and then I become sad about life. And then after this angry and sad section, you will hear a section where the first violin is very high up in the position with the rest of the string quartet going chum, cha 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 chum, cha 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 chum. That is pretty much the emotional breakdown. It's like I reached that point where kind of like just broke down and cried, but at the same time, no one sees me cry. I never cry in front of people, that's the thing. I always manage to just conceal everything, look happy in front of people. But the moment I'm alone, I break down and cry. So when I reach that emotional breakdown point in the music, and then after that it ends with the continuation of a cello solo. You can hear that there's one part that's only cello playing, no one else is playing. That point in the music reflects that moment in life where I consider of not going on with life anymore. So it will sound that yearning of, should I is it even worth going on with life? And then after that you hear the theme again from the beginning, but this time played by the viola. That is kind of like, I don't know if you want to call it the calling or the light or someone that came in, oh my god, sorry. someone that came in and kind of like pull you out of that moment. And after I came out from that moment, it goes into this happy song again. Because pretty much I went into this phase of, I'm out of this darkness, just some hope again in life. Like it's not all that bad. And all it takes was talking to someone about it. And then I was pulled out from that spot. From that, and then after that particular moment in the music, you will hear that the music become happy again. It becomes this joyful, part again in the music. And then after that, it goes into this hopeful sound that carries it towards the end, like a very big ending. That kind of like give you the impression that maybe there will still be some challenges in life, but at least I know what to do now, and at least I know it will be okay. So you have that kind of like ending, that very big and very hopeful, that kind of like telling you that, oh, life goes on, but at least now you know everything will be okay. And that's kind of like the story behind this song. So like I said, this song is very personal. As you can see me looking very hideous right now, but that's the idea behind the song. So if you have experienced something like that, or if you are still experiencing something like that, then reach out to someone. And if you have experienced it and has come out from it, then I'm pretty sure you know how it feels like. And I hope you'll be able to hear those moments represented in this music as well, and I really do hope that you enjoy it. Thank you.